Greetings, YouTube. Today we're taking a look at the CRJB Agave. And I still find that hard to say. So the first thing you're going to notice right off the bat, these are contoured, natural or jade G10 scales. You get the nice little curve right there. And it is a bit of an unusual shape. So you have the scales are they're a little angular, but they also kind of have an organic vibe to them. You know what I mean? Because they kind of make this complex curve, which I think is quite cool. It is a tip-up carry flipper, and the pocket clip actually functions as a deep pocket carry pocket clip, because it actually goes all the way up, the fasteners being set into the clip and the handle itself, the scale, so you don't have to worry about that. It is also reversible, which is a very nice thing, because I don't know why all knives with pocket clips are not reversible. We are into the 2020s. The centering on this blade is, out of the box, quite good. I like the two-tone here. We have the steel and the little kind of a brass or copper thing going on there, which I found quite attractive. There is a lanyard hole here, and I have to be agreeing with Nick Shabazz that the lanyard hole mafia is something that we need to get rid of. There's just too many lanyard holes in the world. We don't need as many lanyard holes as we have. And I think this knife would have actually been improved by not having a lanyard hole, making the whole thing, just rounding that off a little bit more, because if you look at the liner, you can see the liners are set into the G10, which is a really nice touch. But if they'd kept that same spacing all the way around, you would have had to move this pocket clip down just a smidge. You would have ended up with a knife that would almost have completely disappeared in your pocket, because the pocket carry clip actually works. And I just think this whole bit here it looks extraneous to me. It looks like it doesn't fit in. It's like it was added on after somebody else said, yeah, this is really cool. And someone's like, well, you need to add a lanyard hole. Why do we need to add a lanyard? Because they said so. All right, so we added a lanyard hole. So again, this is a flipper. There we go. And this is an unusual blade shape. I like this very shallow scallop coming to a kind of a mirrored opposite curve. Now, I don't know if you call this a true flat grind or not, because it is not a true flat grind here, but it is a true flat grind here. And I happen to love flat grinds. They're my preference in knives. I'm not a big fan of hollow grinds. I know that puts me in the minority. Comes to a secondary bevel down there, and out of the box, it is quite good. And you'll notice there's a large choil here, so if you want to, you can get right up there if you want to do something close work. Though I think this would fall into the category of a medium duty knife. The blade is relatively thin, and I think even Nick Shabazz would have to agree that it's thin behind the edge. It is a nice slicer. I've used it, and I carried it for a couple of weeks to see how I liked it. And again, my assessment is that we don't need the lanyard hole. That is not a necessity. Excuse me while I clear my throat. We have no blade play in either direction. It's a liner lock, and it has about a 30% lockup. And I really do like the fact that they set the liners into the scales. It gives it a much cleaner look, because you have this nice uniform color coming all the way around. And is that skeletonized or not? It is. The static liner is in fact skeletonized. The other one being having metal removed, because you need to have that flex. Will this thing drop? It will. Probably better if I'm standing up. There we go. But it also closes quite nicely if you just want to do that. Let's check the weight on this puppy. And I apologize for the noise. I have a whole pile of gear next to me at the moment. Well, I've been doing reviews today. Right. And we have 106 grams. So this thing is not heavy at all. I really like this knife. It's very comfortable in the hands. The ergonomics are excellent. It makes you feel very safe. And again, this is a choil big enough, so if you really want to get it there and choke up, you can. I liked the look of this right here. I think it comes to a nice shape. And I like this little curve right there. I just find that aesthetically pleasing. I like the open construction with the machined, machined standoffs. That's quite nice. It also makes it very easy to keep clean, particularly if you have access to an air gun like I do at work. So I can blow something like this off in 2 seconds, and it gets all the dust and such out of it from the inside. Because if you carry a knife in your pocket on a daily basis, you do end up with fabric fibers on the inside of your knife. There's just nothing you can do about it. You're taking it in and out all the time. Now, speaking of that, it isn't a particularly wide or heavy knife, so it doesn't take up a lot of real estate in your pocket. And while this does stick out fairly far, I did not find it obnoxious in the least. When my hands go into the pocket, my pocket like this, most often to get my coin pouch out, which I will admit I don't have to reach all the way into the bottom of my pocket to reach. The coin pouch actually has a dimension to it, so I don't have to reach in so far. But I never noticed this at all. This didn't take up a lot of pocket real estate, and it was quite a decent carry. I like the overall look. This kind of almost makes me think of a swimming fish. I'm not 100% sure why, but it does kind of almost make me think of a swimming fish. Though I have no idea why they called it agave, but I think we can all agree it's a really sweet knife. But boom. So I like this design. I think it's kind of cool. It is a little bit light duty for my everyday carry, and I don't like the little bit they have right here, so it's not going to be something I take every single day with me. But it is unusual, and it's got some nice lines. So if I'm in the mood for something that's a little more on the exotic side, this is something I'm going to put into my pocket. So thank you today for being here for my thoughts on the CRJB Agave. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you'll come back for the next one.